What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another video for you guys. Today we're going to be assessing the England squad that was announced by Gareth Southgate today. The final 23-man squad, 26-man squad that is going to the Euros, that is going to bring football home. It's going to bring football home, people. I mean, there's been some surprising inclusions or some surprising exclusions, should I say, but we're also going to be comparing it to last week. We brought you our predicted squad, so we're going to be comparing the actual squad to the predicted squad, and shall we get into it?
See how we got on. So yeah, let's get the England squad out. So
this is the England squad.
This is the final 26 that will be going to the Euros this summer. So couple of surprise exclusions and inclusions. If we go through the goalkeepers first, obviously Dean Henderson, Sam Johnson and Jordan Pickford are the three keepers, which is pretty much what we predicted.
Exactly. Have a look at what we predicted. We'll flash up the graphic right now for you, and we predicted the exact same there with Dean Henderson, Jordan Pickford and Sam Johnson. And on the goalkeeper selection, I mean, it's not the strongest bunch, is it?
It's not, but Jordan Pickford given the number 1 shirt with Dean Henderson number 13, Johnston number 21. So that kind of shows you where his mind is at.
Probably our weakest position, isn't it?
Is it our weakest position? Probably. Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you. I'd say we're not blessed with cover at centre back either. But I'd say, goalkeeper's probably the weakest of the bunch. Yeah, you're probably right there. Especially with Pickford number 1.
Yeah, exactly. The Tyrannosaurus Rex is number 1. But yeah, right backs. Who has been included in the right backs from Gareth Southgate?
So right backs is actually Trent Alexander-Arnold is included as much a surprise a lot of people. So Trent is there. Reece James is going. Kieran Trippier is going, and Kyle Walker is going.
Four
right backs are going to the Euros.
He just couldn't leave out Trippier, could he? He just couldn't do it.
He couldn't leave out Trent. Trent was the one he was going to leave out.
But he should have left out Trippier, though.
He couldn't do it. He's taking 4 right backs, and also he's saying that Trent could possibly play midfield sometimes. So he's started to take 4. We predicted only 3. We predicted Walker, Trent, and Reece would all go. But he's gone with Trippier as well as that. So it's a big surprise there.
Does that make sense to you? 4 right backs in the tournament?
I think you got to be ruthless, in my opinion.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah, and I think he's not being ruthless. I think 4 right backs is too much. You don't need 4 in one position. It's just way too much. So but then again, he might be thinking Walker could play centre back. He's maybe thinking that kind of role. Maybe thinking back 3 with Walker, and then he's got 3 right backs firing out for the wing back role.
True, and he's also saying Trent can play in midfield. So that's also one. But anyway, let's look at the left backs. Who have England taken? Who's Southgate taken for the left backs?
Yeah, as we expected, Chilwell and Shaw are the 2 left backs that have been taken. So 2
left backs and 4 right backs.
2 left backs and 4 right backs, exactly. But Trippier as well has played left back for England before, hasn't he? I remember Trippier's played left back in a few friendly games. But that's as expected, and pretty much that's what we expected to have been picked as well.
So who do you think? Who's got the number 3 shirt? Is it Luke Shaw?
The number 3 shirt. Actually, I've got the numbers here. One sec. I'll just refresh that. Number 3 is Luke Shaw.
Yeah, so you expect Luke Shaw to start the majority of games, won't you? I mean, the first game is absolutely vital against Croatia, but I'll just bring up the graphic of who we picked at left back. There you go. Ben Chilwell and Luke Shaw were picked for our left back selections, and that was absolutely spot on. Now let's look at the centre back options.
So centre-back options are Connor Cody, Harry Maguire, Tyrone Mings, John Stones. So those are the 4 centre-back options. There's only 4.
So we've taken 4 right-backs and 4 centre-backs.
Yeah. Even though we need a lot more centre-backs and right-backs. So
Lopsided
Cody,
squad, man.
Maguire, Mings and Stones. So was that no surreal surprises there? No Eric Dyer, which we kind of predicted.
Yeah, let's bring up our predictions, and you can see we predicted the 4 that went, but we added in Eric Dyer, and what he's done, he's taken out Eric Dyer and he's added in Kieran Trippier from our kind of selections.
Yes, that's the one we got wrong in terms of the back line. But I think all those players probably deserve to go more than Dyer, so I've got no problem there. Could he have taken a Godfrey or a Consor or
I would have taken
or a.
I know I said Dyer, but having said that, on reflection, I would have taken a Godfrey, because Godfrey can fill in at fullback as well.
Yeah. So what's it called? Yeah. So Godfrey, and also with Mings, Cody, Maguire, Stones, we're not blessed with pace there, are we?
No.
Then again, Walker can play there, so he can cover in that position. But yeah, I mean, there's not 4 centre-back options that inspire like, oh, you're thinking, oh, we've sorted there. But if Maguire and Stones are both fit, then I think we are pretty strong.
Yeah, obviously Maguire is currently injured at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, apparently he said Maguire and Henderson are not physically where they want to be right now, but they should be fit enough for the Euros. But it sounds like they're both half injured, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, let's look at the defensive mid options. Who has Southgate chosen?
Yeah, he's chosen Bellingham, Henderson, Calvin Phillips and Rice, which is exactly what we predicted.
Yeah, exactly. So I think those were pretty easy picks, weren't they?
Yeah.
There's no
only
one
worry is if Henderson is half fit, do you rely on Bellingham, Phillips and Rice to fill in there?
I mean, Bellingham, yes, he's doing really well for Dortmund this season, and we've seen his performances in the Champions League and stuff, so I don't think he will buckle under the pressure. But, tournament football can be very different, can't it? Mm-hmm. And I think that Jude Bellingham, it seems different calling him up than when we called up Walcott at 16, 17.
Yeah, I think he has much more experience, and not only experience in big games.
Yeah.
So I think from that point of view, yeah, it makes a lot more sense. And I think he shouldn't be overawed by the occasion.
Sometimes in that position, a defensive mid, you need like a strong head on you, you know what I mean? A wise head to not get overrun in these games and to keep your head calm as well, because you know that sometimes these midfielders from other countries can try get under your skin and what have you, and it takes sometimes a hot head or a calm head to not react to these situations, how we've seen in past tournaments where Rooney's kind of been sent off before, David Beckham's been sent off before, these kind of things.
True. And if, as such a young player, can you rely on him to have such a mature head in his shoulders? But he seems like he's mature beyond his years, so we'll have to wait and see.
All right, which offensive midfield? Which offensive midfielders have we taken?
Offensive midfielders, we have taken Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Bukayo. Well, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, and Mason Mount, which is pretty much as we predicted as well.
Mm-hmm. So Mason Mount had all 3 of them have had absolutely brilliant seasons, haven't they?
They're all going to have a big role to play in the Euros.
Jack Grealish up for nominee player of the year. Phil Foden up for young player of the year. Mason Mount, I don't think he was included in either. Was he?
Player of the year.
Oh, he's up for player of the year as well. So look, all 3 have had astonishing seasons. Mason Mount is coming off the back of a Champions League winners medal as well.
Got an assist.
And
great
what an assist that was.
Great
Brilliant.
assist for the goal, for the winning goal. So fair play to Mount. And look, all 3 of them, they're also versatile as well. All 3 of them very, very versatile. So they're all going to be massive figures for England this summer.
Grealish has got the number 7 shirt. What Foden and Mount got?
Grealish got number 7. Let's see. Foden is number 20 and Mount is number 19.
Ooh, Mount has got Gazza's number.
He does.
Love that.
Does. That's a very iconic number, isn't it? In the England
I remember I was very excited when Aaron Lennon got that number. What World Cup was that for?
2006.
Yeah. All right, now let's look at the wingers, where me and Simeon had a bit of difference in opinion on this one.
Well, unfortunately, Mason Greenwood pulled out through injury, so he doesn't make it. So the wingers who do make it are Bukayo Saka, Raheem Sterling, Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho. So Ben getting his picks absolutely spot on with his Sterling, Rashford, Sancho, Saka, or the wingers going. Greenwood may well have gone if he didn't get an injury, but apparently an injury has ruled him out, so that's why he's withdrawn. So fair play. But look, we've got a lot of pace, creativity, and I think final third finishing, Sancho brings that, Rashford brings that. I know Sterling's not had the best of seasons, but he brings blistering pace to the proceedings. So look, we've got a frightening choice of wingers, I think.
Yeah.
And with all that creativity behind them, with Mount, Foden and Grealish.
What numbers have they been given, as opposed to like who do we think is going to be starting?
In terms of numbers, we have Grealish coming in at number 7. Oh no, it's not Grealish. We have Sterling coming in at number 10, Rashford at number 11, Sancho number 21, and Sancho number number 17, and Saka number 25.
Okay.
So it looks like Rashford and Sterling, obviously more senior anyway, because they've been in the setup longer. They're more likely to get the nod to start. But I think Sancho is probably had the best season out of all of them. So there you have it.
Yeah, and finally, let's look at the strikers who Southgate has taken.
And
obviously Harry Kane.
And Dominic Calvert-Lewin ahead of Ollie Watkins, who was my choice, but he's gone for Calvert-Lewin. Another player. I think it was a close call between Watkins and Lewin for me, but Lewin probably have been involved a bit more in the England setup than Watkins, so he's been chosen by Southgate. Fair play.
That's mad. In the squad that I picked, I got one player wrong.
Dyer.
So I got Dyer for Trippier.
Yeah.
That's mad.
That was it. That was the only one who got wrong. I had Greenwood, Watkins and Dyer, of course.
I mean,
as well.
if I was to remake that squad now, the only change I would probably make is Godfrey for Trippier. I think that's the one I would make.
Yeah, because I think Godfrey provides that little bit of physicality at centre-back, which we might be missing,
as
and
well
also
at the back.
versatile. So he might have been a good spot, but he has not made it. But look, we have a very talented group of players, especially going forward. I think I honestly, I've said it before, creatively and pace-wise and goal-scoring-wise, we are up there with the best. We are up there with the best. Anything anyone else can offer. I really believe that. Going the other way, maybe not. But I think in terms of in the final third of the pitch, we can rival any team in the Euros.
But do you expect Southgate to worry too much about our defensive flaws and kind of try and make up for that in his formations? And
Potentially,
because that's what he usually does, doesn't he?
Yeah, potentially. It'll be interesting to see how we set up in the
or do you
warm-up
think
games.
if we do go kind of not all out attack, but like an attacking formation, do you think we get undone? Very much so on like the counter attack and stuff like that.
There's always that worry, but when you got players like Shaw and Walker covering a lot of ground, then you shouldn't have to worry as much. And if you get a Declan Rice in there mopping up a lot of the putting out a lot of fires and stuff like that, then you as long as you get the ball to our players in the final third, they'll do it themselves. You get to Grealish, Mount, Foden, they'll feed the balls to Kane, Rashford, Sancho, Sterling. Like, they'll have no problem. Like, we really should not have a problem scoring goals. We should, and if we do, that's on Southgate. It really is, because all these players are so talented. They're the best. Look, they're best in all. But how many of those are for Premier League Player of the Year? Mount, Grealish, Kane. Yeah. They're all up there for Player of the Year. So there's no excuse for England to struggle for creating chances and scoring goals. But obviously we could get undone back the other way, but it's the risk you've got to take when we have that kind of top-heavy squad.
What do you think is like par for England in this tournament? Where do you think the squad like that should be getting?
Par is like at least quarters.
I was thinking even the semis, because I'm trying to look at the other squads in the tournament. France, all right, they've got a better squad than us. You would probably argue maybe Germany have a better squad than us.
Germany, well, maybe not in the final third. They got Gnabry, they got Sane, Havertz, and Werner. Yeah, but
guaranteed Werner's going to have a mad.
Yeah,
tournament.
but you put those lot. Look, those are all great players. I'm not saying, but you put them lot against what we have. I think ours is better. I really do. I think we have.
But they've obviously got much better defence and goalkeepers, and they're more solid of a team.
Yeah, definitely a better keeper, that's for sure. They got picked between Neuer and Ter Stegen and stuff like that. Backline got Süle, Rudiger, who just won the Champions League, so they definitely have a bit more pedigree there as well. Kimmich, who can play anywhere. Toni Kroos, obviously. So it's touch and go, but I do. Yeah,
and they've got tournament pedigree as well.
That's also true. Although saying that, 2018 they got knocked out the group stages, didn't they? But apparently Muller's going to be back in the squad as well. So
he's a real tournament player, Muller.
It's going to be. Look, it's not going to be easy. And obviously
I would still put Germany on a pedestal ahead of England, and I would put definitely France favourites for the tournament.
Portugal coming into it as well now. Bernardo Silva, João Felix, obviously Cristiano, and they got a lot of talent there in the Ruben Diaz. You know, a lot of talent in the Portuguese ranks.
Spain
as well.
have dropped a bit, haven't they?
Spain are really up to scratch, really, from where they were when they were dominating Europe.
But there'll still be a super difficult game for us.
Of course, but I actually think we might have a better squad than them right now.
But on the day, I reckon they might beat us, to be fair.
Yeah, true. Anyone on their day can beat England. Belgium, they still have a lot of serious talent, backline there. But first of all, backline aging.
I think what's his name still goes. Vermaelen still goes.
Yeah, De Bruyne fractured his eye socket, so whether he's going to be fully fit for the Euros. Eden Hazard's been absolutely terrible for 2 years, so they obviously Lukaku's in the form of his life. But
Hazard's brother is better than him, better than Eden.
Right now he is. Yeah, Torgan. Lukaku though is in the form of his life, but I'll probably rate us right above Belgium right now. I think. So then you got Italy, who are dark horses in this season. So Italy are also quite strong, but England are well up there. Well up there.
I think if we don't meet Germany, France, Spain before the semis, then we should be getting to the semis.
Well, apparently we are playing. If we win the group, we play the runners-up of Group F, which is France, Portugal, and Germany.
Oh, great!
So
great.
So there you have it.
So
there
if we finish top or second, we're getting a hard team in the next round.
I believe so.
All right. So that puts our tournament to bed then.
Literally. I think no. Sorry. If we win the group, we play the runner-up of Group F. But if we finish second, play. If we finish second. Wait, how does this? Oh, maybe this is wrong. Yeah, maybe is it a draw? Maybe this is wrong because it's saying if we finish second, we play second place of Group E, which doesn't
maybe
make
they've
any
done it a
sense.
bit differently this year because it is a bit different because there's 4 third-place teams that go through.
Yeah,
so it might be a bit different than it usually is.
which were in Group E is Spain, Poland, Sweden, Slovakia. So we could be playing second place in that. So we're better off finishing second then.
Sounds like it.
I don't know. I'm
Just
not
like
sure
we
if
were in the
Zon's
World
right.
Cup. Just like we were in the World Cup.
Yeah, better off finishing second. Yeah.
All right, so there you have it. That is Gareth Southgate's England squad. Very similar to the squads that we picked last week for our predictions. But let me know in the comment section below, are you happy with the squad? Are there any changes that you would have made? And how far do you think England can go in these Euros? I mean, they're calling it Euro 2020, but 2020 was so last year. So that is the England squad. Like I said, let me know in the comment section below your reactions to the England squad. We're going to be bringing you daily content throughout the Euros. We're going to be covering as many games as we possibly can. Watch-alongs galore. We're going to be doing mass watch-alongs for the England games, and we're going to be having people helping us out as well, doing watch-alongs for the games that we cannot do. So thank you very much for joining us today. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
Come on, you Spurs.